So today I'm going to be showing you an at-home technique of how to create the dip-dyed hair look without permanently dyeing your own hair. To do that, we're going to use these clip-in hair extensions that you can clip in and out of your hair whenever you like. Today we're creating this look for a platinum blonde. So I bought a platinum blonde hair extension and we're going to be dyeing the tip of the hair an aqua color. If you were a brunette, for example, who wanted to do baby pink ends, you would choose the brunette hair extension that matched your hair the best, and then you would actually bleach up the tip of the hair extensions first before applying the baby pink color so you get as much strength out of the color as possible. So I'm going to use half blue and half green. So this is just a normal vegetable dye that you can actually buy at most hair supply shops, beauty supply shops. You don't need a license. And these colors actually turn out really strong. So to dilute the color, I'm going to be adding half conditioner as well. But I'm using kind of 50% conditioner and then 25% of the blue and 25% of the green. Make sure the color inside the bowl is blended really well. You don't want to get like little streaks of blue and little streaks of green through it. You want it to end up a nice even color. Always start by lying down some pieces of aluminium foil to give yourself a surface to work on. Lay down each piece of the hair first, and I always start working at the very end of the hair and then working my way up. It actually can be quite rough on the edges because you do want it to fade out a little bit. So once you've done one side, to make sure it's even all the way through, I always pull it up and turn it over and try and lie it down exactly where you finished the last piece so it doesn't then bleed up the hair. Make sure you really press it into the hair. You don't want to find that you have any kind of blonde patches that you've missed later. And that's the first piece done. Now that we've painted the color on them all, I'm going to let them sit for about 15 minutes before I wash them off. So now that we've let those process, I'm going to actually wash them off by firstly rinsing out as much of the color as we can first, and then shampooing and conditioning them like normal hair. It's really important to remember that this is actually a vegetable dye and not a normal professional hair color that actually needs time to develop. So if you let this blue go all the way up the hair as you're washing it out, it will actually stain all of the hair. I actually like to hold it at a point where I don't want the water to continue up, or the shampoo, so that way from there down the color will come in, but we're going to save this and maintain the blonde in the rest of the hair. So first we're going to start by rinsing out as much of the product as possible and try and get the water to run as clear as possible before we even add any shampoo to it, so we don't get too much of a color bleed up the hair. Now we're going to add a little shampoo. This is actually going to prevent the color that you're putting in bleeding onto the clothes that you wear underneath it as well. It's really important, especially if you wear this with a white top and then you find that it's actually bled green onto your top. So this is the best way to get out that excess. Now rinse the shampoo out. You can see how we've slightly stained that color in the middle. It's kind of gone like a minty color. And that's going to give us a nice midway from the blonde working into the teal or aqua ends. A little conditioner. Make sure you rinse out the conditioner really, really well though, because you don't want to, when you're blow drying the hair afterwards, the smoke to start coming out. If it starts smoking, it means you've left some of the conditioner in the hair. And that should be all the conditioner out of that one piece of hair. So I'm just going to lie it down on a towel so it can start to dry. And that's it. Just repeat that with every piece of hair. Now I'm actually going to style the hair on this doll's head. You can buy a styrofoam version of these for about $5 from any beauty supply shop. But if you didn't have the luxury of having something like that, you can actually just have a friend hold the end that has the clips and just blow dry it from there and then work any irons into it without clipping it onto something like this. So this is the end result. And now what you would do to your own hair is whatever you use to prep the extensions, like I use the beach waver, you do that to your hair before you clip in the extension.